Ethan Carter, a self-made technology mogul and among Silicon Valley's most powerful voices, arrives at his expansive estate following an exhausting day of corporate negotiations. Twilight settles over the landscape, and the grand mansion glows warmly beneath the amber radiance of its outdoor lighting. Ethan has consistently championed diversity and inclusion throughout his corporate empire. Yet this evening, an inexplicable tension grips him as he draws near the entrance gate. The security officer positioned at the checkpoint, a face he doesn't recognize, emerges from the guardhouse, clutching a clipboard. "May I assist you?" the guard inquires brusquely, scrutinizing Ethan's expensive vehicle with obvious distrust. Before Ethan can offer a reply, the guard continues, "Are you expected? These grounds are restricted access only." Ethan hesitates, utterly bewildered. This property belongs to him entirely. Rather than responding impulsively, he observes the man's behavior, detecting something more insidious beneath the surface, an understated prejudice that makes his blood run cold. Ethan maintains his composure while identifying himself, producing both his driver's license and corporate identification. Still, the guard displays persistent doubt, maintaining that established procedures demand verification through the administrative headquarters. As precious minutes elapse, anger swells within Ethan, not solely from the inconvenience, but from its broader implications, institutional discrimination masked beneath a veneer of procedure. In that moment, another expensive automobile approaches from behind Ethan's position, a Caucasian couple returning from their evening engagement. The identical guard immediately grants them passage, engaging in casual conversation. Ethan observes in silence, his muscles tensing visibly. When the barrier finally lifts following a strained telephone conversation with the security director, he proceeds without uttering a single word, his thoughts churning with newfound determination. Within his mansion's walls, Ethan retreats to his private office, gazing out at the illuminated metropolitan skyline beyond his window. Recollections surge through his consciousness of being dismissed during university placement programs, of financial backers questioning his executive capabilities during his company's infancy, of subtle insults masquerading as praise. He comprehends that tonight's encounter represents no anomaly. Instead, it forms part of a systematic pattern that has shadowed him throughout his entire existence. However, this evening marks a fundamental transformation within his spirit. The time for tolerance has expired. For countless years, he has attempted to transcend these encounters, concentrating on demonstrating his value through achievement alone. Now he recognizes that remaining silent only enables the perpetuation of injustice. Unless he confronts this directly, nothing will evolve, neither for himself nor for others sharing his experience. Within mere hours, Ethan convenes an urgent assembly with his complete security personnel at the estate. Every guard, supervisor, and administrator congregates in the magnificent foyer, puzzled by their unexpected late-evening summons. Ethan enters the space, his authority both commanding and controlled. He details the evening's events, highlighting how the guards' behavior transcended mere inconvenience to exemplify deeper systemic failures. "I constructed this enterprise and this residence upon foundations of equity and dignity," he declares with unwavering conviction. Tonight's events betray those fundamental values. When questioned whether the guard acted independently, Ethan responds decisively, "Absolutely not. The system enabled this behavior to occur." With those words, he announces his resolution. With immediate effect, the entire security staff faces termination. Shocked gasps echo throughout the assembled group. The following dawn brings news of the dismissals spreading with extraordinary speed. While certain observers praise Ethan's decisive action, others condemn him for excessive reaction. Digital platforms explode with passionate discussions regarding privilege, responsibility, and the appropriateness of his response. Throughout the resulting turmoil, Ethan maintains his position, releasing a comprehensive public declaration explaining his motivations. He simultaneously implements measures to restore confidence in his leadership. He contracts a replacement security organization directed by a multicultural leadership team dedicated to prejudice prevention education and inclusive practices. Furthermore, he establishes a charitable foundation focused on workplace education regarding subconscious bias and cultivating environments where every individual feels respected. As the weeks progress, Ethan engages in deep personal reflection regarding his life's trajectory. Despite achieving extraordinary success, he acknowledges that he frequently avoided directly challenging discrimination, fearing potential consequences or damage to his professional standing. This transformative experience compels him to face those anxieties and accept his responsibility as a leader with the power to generate substantial social progress, extending beyond mere business success. He initiates mentorship programs for emerging entrepreneurs from underrepresented backgrounds, offering not only his professional knowledge but also wisdom gained from his personal challenges. Through authentic openness, he motivates others to advocate for themselves and demand superior treatment. Several months later, Ethan organizes an elegant fundraising event at his estate to commemorate his foundation's official launch. The guest list includes former staff members, civic leaders, and social justice advocates who embrace his vision for universal equality. As he addresses the gathered audience, he recognizes both the anguish and fury that motivated his decision that pivotal evening, while also acknowledging the optimism it sparked. "I possessed the option to remain silent," he confesses to the crowd. "But silence has never generated meaningful change. This evening, we celebrate those who refuse to tolerate injustice without resistance. United, we shall build a society where no individual faces rejection at their own doorstep." The assembled guests respond with thunderous approval, inaugurating a legacy founded not merely upon financial success, but upon bravery, empathy, and relentless commitment to creating positive transformation.